Well, so you're streaming, but you're not, or what's it?
Yeah, YouTube has
What's it about?
preview mode, and I need to click start live stream now in the UI, and I fucked it up again. For 1 hour, I could have been live, and I ah. Okay, sorry, but congratulations, Johannes, to your streamer, to your viewers record. Nice.
So which channel is it? I can also follow. Have you
Cropsic,
have you
right?
posted a link? Let me check.
I
Is the
haven't.
server lagging?
Hard for me to tell because is everybody still around here? Johannes stopped talking? Oh, he's muted actually. For me, the server is working. Is it working for everyone else, or is it
Laggy.
laggy?
Yep.
I'm
For a
still
few
fine, I
minutes,
guess.
for a few minutes, I was unable to craft coarse dirt from gravel and dirt, which was really strange.
Oh, so
But
you have serious problems.
now I could craft it, no problem.
Yeah, I already wondered last time because I mean, probably at some point we want to move that save game to a game server instead of me hosting it. As much as I really like the peer-to-peer playing mode, but I think at some point, especially when I'm streaming at the same time, it just might get problematic. But wait, let me actually check the logs if this is a JavaScript side issue or... Indeed, there is again like fail to write packet to ring buffer in the console. So there is still some kind of issue where my browser is not fast enough at popping out packets. Honestly, this can't be. Honestly, this is probably some kind of bug on the JavaScript side. So yeah, it was not... I'm pretty sure it wasn't actual network issues on my side, but I'm pretty sure it's actually some JavaScript bugs still.
So Johannes, where are you streaming?
Wait, I'll send you a link. Like I said, it's hard. I didn't say it, but I thought it. It's hard to manage to make them stay. I have a very old YouTube channel where I made Call of Duty content back in the days in H1Z1. Um, yeah, and I've not been active for 3, 4, 5 years, so it's pretty much dead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And also I'm having trouble because there's sound output from the browser, like you guys talking, and yeah, I need to make some shortcuts. So sending you the link now. Wait.
Do you use OBS for streaming, or?
Yes, I do, but I also need to. Yeah, I need to set it up more better.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really working in my favor now.
I feel you.
I'm literally clicking in OBS to mute you guys. Instead of using a hotkey, I probably should change this right now.
Thought about dual streaming on Twitch, but I think this might be little bit tough on a normal internet connection. Like,
Yeah, I'm also having trouble. It says I have 2300 bitrate and it's too low, and I feel like it's not really crispy graphics.
yeah, but 2300 is really low. That's true.
It is, right? I gotta.
I'm also curious how my setup would work. So I just have a new computer, which is quite high spec, I'd say. Because I also wanted to try streaming, especially when doing work. So I'm also curious how you guys setup works and everything.
Was geht,
But,
Max? Wir hießen mal Krumpfig. Oh, damn. Sorry.
What are you saying? For me, it's also OBS, by the way, all the way.
Okay. Yeah, like when I used my Mac Mini, it was just a pain in the ass, and even 30 FPS would have been a problem. But now I can do 4K videos while gaming, and with 60. No, what's it? Yeah, at 60 hertz. So I
Nice.
think it's fine.
That's pretty decent. Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way,
So
yeah.
the link you dropped, Hannes, I'm not sure. It's related to YouTube Studio. I don't have an account there yet. I need to
Wait.
somehow
My bad.
apply for it or whatever.
No,
No,
that's
it's
when you
good.
when you accidentally share the link. That's your own management link.
Okay. Yeah, please give me access to that, and then it will be funny.
Here you go.
Okay. Oh yeah, I see. Oh, like you used to be quite active. 14,000 subscribers.
Oh, back in the days, we've scratched 20,000 actually, but
Mm-hmm.
Pretty decent.
6,000 people. I guess also YouTube just removed some of them.
But mainly shooters, yes.
Mainly shooters, yeah.
Okay.
Battlefield, huh? What was it?
Call of Duty,
Call of Duty.
Rainbow Six Siege, and H1Z1.
Nice.
But we've had a little hype with Black Ops 4, I believe. I've made it with a friend back then. Yeah, we've exploded. Kind of a crazy time. There was like almost no traffic, and then I think we made some guide about how you get a certain camera or something, and then one day suddenly we've got like 500 subscribers, and then it went parabolic.
Holy shit.
But it's pretty hard to be a Call of Duty content creator because it's
Yeah, lots of people trying to do that, right?
yeah, and also you have some seasons. So when the new Call of Duty came out, it was always hype, and then over the summer it was pretty dry and hard streak because we've played that game for a couple of months and it's not the most deepest game. So
Makes a lot of sense. I'm so sad right now because in the beginning of this stream, that wasn't a stream because I forgot to go live, I've been building a game engine lately. And I think I did the perfect showcase. And then I had to realize that it was only in preview mode. It's so sad.
And you didn't record it?
Nope. I didn't record it. I thought YouTube would record it.
So why don't you go on Twitch anyways?
Yeah, I wonder, maybe I should do that. I don't know. Actually, I think I don't know.
No, it was just out of curiosity. It could have been that there are serious issues or concerns.
No, nothing. So one thing you could do is always you could like dual stream, so I could stream on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. But I think you probably so I think doing this from one computer and streaming to both at the same time is not feasible in terms of network traffic. So you probably need some kind of third party that then takes your video and distributes it to stream and Twitch, to YouTube and Twitch. And I think I'll have to pay for it. But yeah, maybe I should do that. I mean, why not? Just about reaching more people, right?
Are you expecting this server to go viral? Yeah.
Well, no. Although, I mean, yeah, I'm not expecting it to go viral, but at the same time, I think that a peer-to-peer, quote-unquote, Minecraft is something that could go viral in a sense.
Yeah.
Ooh, because it's like this is everything about this is open source. This whole game is open source,
Yeah, for sure.
and you don't have to buy anything. You can just go to a website, play it with your friends. You don't have to host a server. You can just store the save game in your browser or on your disk. I think all of that is pretty cool, to be honest.
Yeah,
But
it is.
nowadays, probably takes some huge streamer to find you and then make a video about you and then you go viral or something like that.
Yeah, it's kind of complicated, and I think it also needs luck at some point.
Kind of, right?
Mm.
It is a bit sad, I think.
Oh, come on. It's not sad. It's
Yeah, well,
Why is it sad?
because I'm a crybaby.
It's a lot of fun. Just remember how it was like 20 years ago when there was no YouTube. I mean, I
Yeah,
think
you're
it was
right.
early
You're
on.
right.
People just had fun, shared IP addresses in chats on IRC, and played together multiplayer. And small communities formed around that thing.
I mean, you're right. That's the good time I'm missing in a sense, right? It's like nostalgic.
I was kind of amazed now. So I'm in the Nether for the first time, and yeah, I witnessed the soundtrack. So who's responsible for the music in game?
Well, we have multiple contributors actually, not just one.
Okay,
We have five, maybe 4 or 5. So,
that could also be a project for me. I'm also a musician.
ooh,
Uh,
nice. Yeah,
Oh,
so
didn't know that.
I I'm normally yeah, I make like extreme heavy metal music or metal music, hardcore punk.
Nice.
But I can also do other stuff, and then I would have a project at least. And I always find it very inspirational writing music for a certain theme or a certain subject. So could be worth a shot.
That is a
well,
good reason. Oh, but yeah, go ahead.
you're actually going to have a challenge pretty soon whenever it happens that we add more content to the game, which might happen this year. We will add quite a few things because the
Mhm.
overworld is going to be deeper, a lot deeper, below uh, Y level 500,
Yeah,
maybe.
you mentioned that last time. Yeah.
Okay, so that's going to happen, and
Mm-hmm.
then the Nether is going to have some updates, but for the most part, what will be really visible will be the end,
Mm-hmm.
getting biomes and new vegetation and perhaps new mobs. We'll see. But the new content, especially in the end, will require some new music and new vibes, basically. So that's going to be a challenge
Mm-hmm.
because
Yeah.
depending on how it will look like, someone who is actually talented with music will know exactly what to do. Yeah, and that depends on the kind of blocks that we're going to have in the game and the kind of mobs and what their behavior will be. So that's going to be part of the inspiration for whoever decides to make some new music.
I see. Yeah, interesting. I might give it a shot. I'll see. I always have plenty of ideas or things I want to contribute, and then life hits me hard.
Yeah,
That's how it just goes,
But
huh?
we'll see. I won't promise anything, but I'm curious and interested.
life basically hits without discrimination. Everyone. No one is spared.
Everyone's stuck equally, yeah.
Well put, yeah.
We're going
So
to
I
have,
went through the Nether portal, like you have a sort of own build gateway, yeah?
Wait, what?
Yeah, I was like in sort of a constructed cave at some point.
Are you talking about the end portal?
No, I'm in the Nether, I think.
Yeah. I think what you mean is that when you go to the Nether, there's this very, very long, ein langer Gang,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and that's what brings you to the end at some point. Because if you follow that long Gang, sorry for
Yeah.
what's the English word for gang?
hallway.
Hallway.
Hallway. Thank you. Yes, if you follow that long hallway, you reach the Ender Dragon. I mean, it's dead by now.
Oh, I think I see you.
Yeah.
You're in a. I don't know where this is.
No, I dug myself out at some point.
Oh,
And I killed my first mob.
yeah. This is kind of just a random location.
Oh, there's another one.
They're friendly as long as you don't look at them.
Okay. Yeah, but I'm not friendly. At least not here. Oh, there are more.
Did you just look at me?
Yeah.
How dare you?
So.
Oh, wait a second.
It's a bit laggy today, isn't it? I feel like I'm getting rubber banded all the time.
Yeah. The thing is, I suppose that I don't think this is actually my network not being big enough, but I think there's still some bug in the JavaScript that takes care of packet delivery. Because sometimes I can see it in the console that sometimes the write buffer just overflows, but upload from within the browser through web transport should be fast enough for that little bit of traffic that we're producing here. So I think it must be some bug. I'm not sure what else it could be.
So I, for my part, am perfectly fine. So it's really fluent gameplay. But
Interesting. So did you not experience any lag so far?
no,
So you joined last, right? I wonder if this has something to do with it. But yeah, actually it shouldn't.
must be my superior hardware, of course. Give me a
Yes.
reason.
Wait. Well, actually now with all that players, we actually produce traffic of 1 megabyte per second.
Well,
Roughly 1,500 packets per second. Sometimes even 2,000 to 3,000 packets per second. Okay, maybe that does become considerable.
I guess half of that is from my potatoes.
Potato PC, or like, are you growing crops?
He's growing potato.
I'm growing potatoes and baking potatoes and
That's a good
everything.
one.
Eating potatoes.
He's the potato chief.
And they have like really flashy animations and move a lot.
And I don't know what happens after I eat them.
I would consider it a joke.
Yeah.
Potatoes,
Well,
potatoes.
what about the kill mobs thingy? Did that work out at some point? Like the
Nope.
mobs wouldn't spawn properly anymore.
Nico didn't have time to look into it.
Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't have enough time to study that issue. I mean, I have to look into how to improve that command that shows stats about mobs. And I'm not really familiar with the engine and everything that goes around how you query all kinds of entities, and you're supposed to also take loaded areas into account and per player statistics and all kinds of stuff, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So that's going to take a little bit of research, and I mean some serious research, given the
Oh,
fact that
okay.
I'm
Honestly,
not sure.
nowadays I would really recommend everyone to use a bit more Claude. I mean, maybe other AIs are equally good, but I get so much done with Claude at the moment.
Well, yes, LLMs do help, but there's the side effect of using LLMs. If we use it so much that we get a lot of stuff done, we also lose a lot of muscle memory and a lot of being used to actually research stuff using a search engine, reading documentation, and all of that, and even think about implementing something. I mean, developing an algorithm. So, yeah,
So
it can. It's a little bit of, I don't know, slippery slope, I guess.
I actually can't confirm that in a sense. So point A, I've become a much better architect recently because I'm thinking about architecture more and actual code less.
Yeah.
This doesn't mean I don't review stuff, right? So I do the validation that the shit works.
Just think about it. Not so long ago, I would be able to write my own CMS in under an hour in PHP and MySQL. Now, if I want to do the same thing, I have to think a lot about, oh, how do I deal with cookies again, and what exactly is the syntax for this or for that? You know,
But now, see,
details get lost in the less things you do on your own. When you inspect code, it's not the same as in being directly responsible for writing it and cementing that information in your brain.
I totally agree with you, but on the other hand, I mean, I can show it again in a minute because I forgot to go live the first time, but I would have never been able to write my own game engine without like months of research.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And it's a fair point because of course you sacrifice something.
Yep.
But at the same time, I've trained myself to be a browser expert over the last years. So, right, I know exactly how garbage collection is working. I know what effects garbage collection pressure is. And when I analyze existing game engines to see how they work in the browser and what their culprits are, I understand why they fail at certain points and what I want to have done better. Okay? And the main point why I'm taking the stance right now is because now with the help of Claude, I can all the shortcomings that I have personally, so I don't know how to write a web GPU shader, no fucking idea. And it would take me ages to learn all that. But now I know how the fundamentals work. But getting into the details is like something, if you want to work a little time efficient and get shit done, then it's not too bad to be at an architectural overview level and, for example, a shader for glossy materials or a shader for physics-based rendering and all of that stuff. it would have taken me a lot of time to get into that, and at the same time, this is well documented code that exists in 100 of projects. So I would understand it, but I would just repeat stuff that other people have already perfectionized. So now
Yes,
Claude just knows how these shaders are written, and I just use the high-level architectural patterns, and I say, okay, I want the rendering pipeline to work exactly like this, and please take care of this and this and this, so the garbage collection is minimized and all of that. And then I can actually build a game engine that is browser specifically optimized. And this thing would have never happened if I didn't have Claude, because I wouldn't have had the time to build it. Just
I
totally
agree.
realistically.
I agree. The argument is speed, basically. But here's what I consider a slippery slope. The less muscle memory uh, we develop in time, or the more muscle memory we lose in time, the less we will be able to review the code that is generated by the LLMs. And that translates into bugs. Because when you're less capable of spotting bugs immediately, they will just be part of the project. And then you end up having a larger and larger project with more modules and things. And they will they will be just a collection of bugs that you're not even aware of. So that's a problem because it gradually reduces our ability to do quality software. So right now it's still great and it feels amazing and it helps and it allows us to be more productive. But the more practical experience we clock in, or the more we lose, the less we do, the greater the impact will be down the line. That's what I believe that will happen, and we will end up relying on AI to do stuff for us.
I totally agree, but at the same time, it will take away some of the repetitive work. And as I said, I think I've become a much better architect over AI programming, by AI programming, because I actually think about what components need to work together what way to get the perfect result in a certain setting. And I'm not thinking less. And obviously, yes, you're right. The project is going to have, I'm not even going to say it has more bugs, because honestly, if you build this stuff yourself, you will also make bugs happen. And I'm amazed how good the AI is at certain tasks at the moment. That's like Opus 4.6. Man, this is wild. In lots of scenarios, this thing codes at least as good as I do. It does build bugs, but I also build bugs.
True, but there's also the side effect or the flip side of the coin, and that is when you have people who deeply understand an engine that people wrote, and you have new developers, new people taking a look at it, and the core developers simply know everything and they can explain in depth and also explain the gotchas and the things that are lacking or the strengths that are not obvious or maybe not even documented. Well, that's an entirely different thing compared to a project made by an LLM under the supervision of someone who is actually competent in taking a look at everything. So, yes, I fully agree that using LLMs can be incredibly rewarding and enabling in getting new stuff um, readily, just making a lot more stuff per, I don't know, developer. but a lot is lost in the process. And this is not something that is visible in the short term, but in the long term, it becomes obvious. It only becomes clear when there's enough time and you have the benefit of looking back and thinking about what people used to do and how well they understood the requirements and the parts of the projects and how easily they would refactor specific things over the course of a week, for instance, and create a prototype for something else, compared to an LLM that no one knows exactly how it refactors the code, and frankly, not enough people actually care, other than testing for regressions and all of that. But I've seen LLMs do amazing stuff that, when read at line by line level, there are some facepalm issues
Yeah.
that amaze me,
True.
absolutely shock me and amaze me. And
I
sometimes I
totally
ask,
agree.
why would you do this? And that's the kind of stuff that people would never even think about doing, because it makes no sense. And it still works, but it makes no sense.
Yeah, it hasn't been so long that I caught Claude Sonnet, like Claude Sonnet 4.5, implementing a clean bubble sort in my code. And I was like, bro, what? And Claude Sonnet literally replied, oh, this is embarrassing. Yep, it is. I totally agree. And one other problem that you basically already named is when you code like this and you get to a point where the LLM is stuck, you're totally fucked.
Yes, because again, losing that practical experience can be hard, especially when you become so accustomed to just asking a question or relying on easily getting answers. I mean, I noticed this personally when I started using more, uh, doing research more by using an LLM compared to just Googling. And it feels strange every time I realize that, wait a minute, why I'm not Googling this? Why I am not doing my manual
DYOR.
searches so that I can see how the search engine fails to provide the results I want, so that I can think, think on my own, reason on my own, what exactly I'm trying to find and what exactly are the best keywords. And in the process of reasoning, I realized that, oh, I don't even have to search, because actually now I know what I'm after, and I can actually do this. So
I
I
mean, we're stuck in a bit of a discussion
LLMs
with
are
several. I think we're both right in a sense because, like I said, this game engine that I'm building, it would have never happened if I didn't have LLMs. Like I literally, this thing would not have come into existence because a lot of that repetitive work that has already been done, I wouldn't have had the time to do it. So even with Claude and with all the architectural patterns that I put in, it cost me by now, I would say, like probably 4 full days of work to get to the point where I am right now. And with full days of work, I mean like 10 hours a day. Um,
okay. Here's the counterpoint to that. And sorry for interrupting,
no, no, go
but
ahead.
this is something people excel at. When you seize a target that is 4 days away, there's something that people tend to do immediately. They prioritize and they trim down the requirements. Do I really need this? Do I actually have to implement that? Can't I find a way around it? And that's where the creativity kicks in.
That's where I
Because,
wouldn't agree. Because for me, this is like The whole target was I want to build the perfect game engine that is as optimized as it can be for the browser as a target. And I know a lot of the constraints in that specific field, so I never took like the second best thing. I always discussed so for every, so the thing is how I work. I basically define a feature and I define something that I want to get done in a certain way. And then I come up together with the AI agent to build a roadmap for exactly what I want. And this roadmap has heavy constraints in many, many fields. Like for example, when it comes to garbage collection, that I iterate on the rendering, for example, and I discuss, okay, how do you render this? How do we build the render pipeline? How do we lay out the buffers? How do we make sure that the buffers are really optimal for the web GPU and don't create garbage collection pressure? How do we build our threading model? And at the same time, I'm learning a lot about how Rust in WebAssembly works and what the specific constraints of Rust in WebAssembly are. And I also can bring my own knowledge to the table and make the perfect plan to make it work and to get it exactly in the way that I want. And of course, you're right. I can't test every line of code the way I did when I did it myself. But I know that later, when this thing is done, I always dive into the code at some point, and I always take a look around, and I always add my own little changes and everything. So this is mostly this is I'm become as I said, I think I'm becoming a better architect through this process because I spend a lot of time discussing with AI and making decisions on how to build this exactly the way I want. And I don't take that shortcuts, you know?
Well, using the LLM itself is the shortcut that is obvious when you even say that you wouldn't be able to have this kind of a result without the LLM. So it's
Obviously.
self-explanatory that it is actually shortcut. And I'm not saying it's bad. It's just something that we will pay the price for.
Honestly, yes and no, because you know, implement a quicksort. Should you really write this yourself? No, you use a Python library or a JavaScript library or whatever. It's not the same as using libraries, but actually you're still applying patterns. Patterns that you learned how they work and why they work. And I'm never going to implement a quicksort myself again. I did this in university. I know how a quicksort works. And I know when a quicksort is the right tool. But I'm not going to implement it myself again. And the same goes for example, a shader for shadows. I know that I could probably take a day time and read into the algorithm and everything, but there has been a million people have written shaders for shadows. Why should I spend my valuable time as an architect to learn how to write that shadow shader when I can spend my time better designing the architecture that leads me to my high level target?
Okay, fair question. And the answer is whatever you do repeatedly, you get more and more and more efficient in time,
Well,
which
or you
means
just
that
waste
you,
time.
you do have uh, an obvious limit. You cannot make stuff faster. You cannot write an algorithm faster than just typing. So if something requires you to type 3 pages worth of code, of course, that's going to take as much time as it takes you to type everything. That's the maximum efficiency. You can't go faster than that, which an LLM can do. But at the same time, most of the times, you don't write patterns. That's the point. Because most of the time, especially when you architect some solution, you don't just repeat something that exists. Most of the time, you just come up with a new idea and a new approach. So it's
No.
less
I
less time.
totally don't agree here. Most of the time you repeat patterns that have proven themselves to work. You rearrange them, but you do use the same patterns.
Okay.
So this is sorry, I haven't been listening completely because we've been raiding a bastion. Um, this seems like there's a conflict between creation of like exploring new boundaries of what's possible and simply doing what's already been done before and taking what's been done before and maybe modifying it or applying customizations to it. And it seems like LLMs help you do that in an extreme way. Like suddenly anything that one person can do, anyone can do. If like any game that an LLM has ingested, you can sort of recreate and then apply any modifications you want, right? Like it knows how to make a game engine. It knows how to make anything that's within things that have already been done. It learns how to do.
Actually, it doesn't. So, you know, the thing is, that's the beauty of it. I think that with the game engine I'm building something totally new that doesn't exist yet. Because this is a game engine that is specifically targeting the browser as the major build target. And that's where I and an LLM can work together in a nice way, because I do know a lot about browsers due my past years of work, and at the same time it's kind of repeating existing patterns, for example like shaders, right? Web GPU shaders is something, yeah, I wouldn't want to spend my time learning. I would have spent months probably to write all these shaders myself. So it's about recombining talent and also redirecting focus.
Okay. But here's a question. How exactly are you going to be able to validate the code that is generated if you don't know how to write it yourself? That's that's the key thing, especially when we consider how I don't know, egregiously LLMs can hallucinate sometimes, and we, we will lose the ability to catch things like this.
Yes, absolutely. So, but don't underestimate how many bugs a normal programmer builds in it, because I also make bugs and I also spend a lot of time finding them. And LLMs also help tremendously at pinpointing down. So honestly, my honest, like if you had asked me a year ago what I think about this, my answer would have been very different. But now I feel like, so I'm mostly working with Opus 4.6, and I feel like this thing has become so competent in a sense that it even helps me bug fixing, because we combine our thoughts. So I think about the architecture, I also look into the code, then for example, while building the game engine, I make my observations in the game engine, and then I think about these observations. I use my experience to make guesstimates what these observations could mean in the context of the code. And then I discuss these observations when I found bugs with the LLM. And then together we come up with solution strategies and directions where the issue could stem from. But at the same time, this approach is limited because you can get to a point where this doesn't work anymore. and then you always have to sit down and get into the code and get your hands dirty. So it's not like you skip this. But the thing is, you can focus your time on the hard problems. So if something really breaks and you realize, okay, this is a problematic issue where the problem seems to be some, for example, thread race conditions, thread synchronization. There's a lot of hard problems in programming. And these hard problems, these are what I have to solve. Because I realized that at that point, the LLM sometimes it just fails, right? But the easy problems like UI bugs or shit like that, that's not something that I have to spend any time with anymore. Are you guys still there? Hello? Oh,
I mean, it's not
wow.
that far. We just need to go back to the.
Still, that's actually not a bad idea.
What
My,
isn't?
my common ground crashed.
Transferring the goods, the rare
Yeah.
goods. I mean, we had Jan at some point a few streams ago. uh, he drank. He tried to drink a
Can you
potion.
hear me? Hello?
Yes,
Now we can hear
Okay.
you.
I was talking so much. Oh my god, my common ground crashed. All was lost. So sad. I was ranting and ranting.
Oh, you didn't realize you disconnected?
Nope.
Whoops.
Okay. It was funny because while you were having a discussion, randomly the nether music kicked in and it sounded like really deep and epic. And I couldn't find a button to turn the music off, so I just let it sink in and yeah. You agree to disagree, to sum it up. Being
I
said
think we
by a
don't
social
even
worker.
disagree.
No, it's understandable.
I think it's just like different perspectives on the
Mhm.
same topic in a sense.
Yeah.
Because I think we definitely agree that LLMs are useful.
Mm.
oh yeah,
But I think
very.
this is like it's a tool and you just need to find you need to know its limitations like with every tool. You need to find your own way of using it. And you need to learn how to align it with your own workflow in the best way.
It looks like we're having some lag again.
Uh-oh.
Let me guess, if I look into the console, I'd probably see again that their packets are dropped. Not right now, actually. Interesting. I mean,
So thank you for leading me out.
I'm kind of still lost a little bit. I think
Yeah,
this is it, right?
maybe because there's an arrow stuck in your head.
I think these are stairs, and we're stuck on the outside of the staircase.
Yeah, but this was fun because I'm familiar with the Minecraft whatever structures, but this had a more understandable build up at some point. So I liked it.
Can you come up here?
Yep, yep.
I think we just have to build up here.
I'll
Fair
just
enough.
fly here so I can give a good sight for the YouTube stream.
Huh?
And oh, I can't. Yeah, you guys are down there. I'd love to show you, but impossible.
No, we'll be back in base soon. We found
Yep.
the tunnel.
We found it.
I will just go for a quick cigarette break. I'll be back
Okay.
in roughly 5 minutes.
So that was a nice expedition.
Yeah. Oh, well, careful. Oh, wow. How did that hole get there?
That was me.
That would have been a long fall.
Yeah, thanks for saving me again, I guess. So the heroes returned. So I've been to a faraway place and I returned with nether warts.
Oh, nice.
Sounds like an STD, but we don't care.
STD from hell, actually. Okay, so let's farm it.
Doesn't get better. Okay, I see. So where do I drop it?
This top right box.
Oh,
Chest.
fuck. Yeah, okay.
Soul Sand. Okay. Thanks. I'll just set up. Oh, right. Oh my god, I'm amazing. Yeah. I actually made the small farm in the enchantment room down here. I forgot. That's how that's how amazing the situation is. We actually had another wart and I forgot. But where exactly do we store them? Is this the chest? Oh right, we have a stack and a half. Okay. Well, anyway, that was great.
We have. Did you say, Alan? Did you get some ancient debris?
Yeah, two.
You can put them in the furnace. They can turn into scrap.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So where's the furnace?
Over here.
Oh, that's one. Okay. Yeah, like I use a different texture pack, so I'm not familiar with some of the textures.
Yeah.
I also have a smithing recipe or a smithing template.
Nice.
Yeah.
Probably already have one.
Ooh,
I don't know where to put
golden
those.
blackstone. Nice.
I also have some blackstone, my dear. Should I drop it somewhere?
We have some chests on this side, but I can't see the ones for blackstone. So, oh, it's the one with the netherrack. Almost the last one on the other side of the base. There's
Oh, yeah, okay.
okay.
Oh, that was a loud sheep.
Yeah, we have a few of them here.
Mhm.
Uh,
Let me check the egg farm. Ooh, 19 eggs. Nice. Okay, we're getting more chickens.
Mhm.
I just managed to get 2 new ones, which is great. And another one, I think. Something that is almost invisible to Minecraft players in this game is that we changed the stack size of different items. For instance, eggs typically, I mean, they have 16, the stack size of 16 in Minecraft. And it's the same for snowballs, I think, and a few other blocks. And we changed those stack sizes to 64 because why not? I mean, you can carry 64 metric cubes of cobblestone, but you can't carry 64 eggs in a slot. Come on.
yeah.
So
I
these
mean,
are
guys,
small things that are not exactly visible unless you know the stack sizes in Minecraft and you notice them in the game here. But it's so useful.
Can I craft sticky pistons somehow?
Yes.
How do I find out how to craft it?
First, you have to make a piston, and then you combine the piston with slime, with a slime
O-
ball.
Okay, so how do I make a piston? I
Uh,
have one on me. It was still stashed, but
there's a recipe book. You use cobblestone and an iron, an iron ingot, and I think redstone.
okay, I'll check it out.
Oh, even cobbled deep slate works. Nice. So it's cobblestone or cobbled deep slate and wood planks for the pusher.
Okay, so I'm lacking wood.
If you check the recipe book, you'll see. But of course, you have to
Here,
first
here's
get
some
all
wood
the
if you need it.
ingredients.
Whoops.
Oh, thanks.
Yep.
Oh yeah, the wood gave a lot of extra. Oh yeah, here it is. Okay, guess I can do that. Do we have some spare steel?
You mean iron?
Iron, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, in here. In this
Oh, yeah,
this one.
okay. Hmm.
The other one in the middle.
Getting close. Oh, it's not that much.
Oh, we have a ton of it.
Okay.
Oh, it's
It-
compressed.
we-
It's compressed in blocks, so you can uncompress it
Okay, I see.
because otherwise it would take so much storage
Yeah, I
space.
see. Yeah. Okay, let's try it out.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot the stone. Okay. Oh.
Okay, we have at least 5 chicken now. Nice.
Why is there an ice bear in my castle? What the fuck are you doing here?
Chilling.
Yes. Nope.
Access denied, huh?
Access denied, castle entry denied.
That's what happens when you don't pay the ticket.
Exactly. No castle entry without ticket. But I wonder... how should I proceed with this castle? I think this... the way this... the first floor with a big hole in the middle, I like that, but... maybe I need another... English words. Another floor.
Where exactly?
Yeah, here.
Well, I don't know.
Hard
You
to say,
could,
huh?
you could actually make something better, because right now when you see so much empty space, it's really tempting to make new floors. But when you think about it, you could as well make some crazy looking chandeliers and all kinds of things that hang from the roof, and statues, something that
Statues would be
require
nice.
uh, something a very tall room. So think about it.
But statues are hard to build.
Yes and no, depending on what you want to build. Because if you want to build a statue of, let's say, an iron golem, but 3 times as big, just because you want to make it look scary, that's going to be scaling that up will be difficult. I mean, it requires a lot of room. That's when you can be grateful to have all that room, but you only know when
It's
you
true,
start.
yeah, it's true.
You only know when you start building something huge, and then it just makes sense that you have as much room as possible, because
But I
typically
just,
you would also need some room above the statue, not just room itself for the statue itself.
but like
That's,
just putting a statue in the middle of this room seems, I don't know.
I mean, in the central part, you could have some fake garden with a fountain or something, and then different things hanging from the roof. I mean, if you have something really tall, you can actually make make use of that space to build something that looks impressive. And there's nothing more impressive than the combination of something that is both tall and also has a lot of space around it.
It is true, but for a lot of space around the castle is too small.
Well, then you can make it bigger. You can always enlarge your castle. Hmm. Okay, so I just, oh, okay. I left a message in the call chat. It was one of my attempts to make that Draconis mod compatible with our game,
Oh, okay.
and I did something. I made it work, and I haven't tested all the functionality because I'm not really familiar with the mod. I don't know what to expect. Someone just wanted to play with it, and I left some feedback there, but then I didn't really test everything about the mod. So if anyone can leave more feedback, more crashes, then at least I can take a look and
Hmm.
see if there's something else that we need.
Oh, you gave it a try.
Yep, 3 years ago.
Yeah,
Wow.
I just wanted to say.
So that's why initially forgot about this. I knew that I saw the mod. Um, Someone play tested it on YouTube, and those are pretty scary dragons.
Yeah, they
They
look
go
great.
after you even underwater, so that's a little bit scary.
That's what I would expect from a dragon.
Yeah, and I mean, even in deep caves, if they have enough room to go after you, they will just go after you. So yeah. And anyway, I completely forgot that I actually tested the mod, but now I understand why. It was 3 years ago, almost. But I guess it should work.
Probably worth a look.
Sorry?
Sorry, I started to eat something. I said it's probably worth a look.
Oh, sure. I mean, yes. I'm not sure if in this world, because we might want to keep our base if they can destroy solid blocks, that's a problem.
We just have to fight back, right? Should be easy.
Actually, not that easy.
Then it's a good mod.
I definitely need something to work on. I feel like I have this typical Minecraft feeling when you play the world for a good time. I don't know. I don't feel creative. It's been used up. I could build a chandelier. Is that the correct term?
Yep.
It's a word.
Chandelier? Yeah, it is, right? That's a song.
Yeah.
Chandelier. Oh, I've stopped the stream. It's not. Yes, I'm having a hard time to keep people. It's hard to entertain, actually.
Who would have
Yes.
thought?
hmm
It requires paying attention to multiple things at the same time. It's not easy.
Yeah, so you need some energy. I mean, probably not everyone, but it's hard for substance or relevance for me at least.
Yeah. Streaming in itself is not hard. You just start OBS or some other software and there it is. But
Yeah,
then
but
if you
sorry.
also have to keep people entertained, well, that changes things.
Yeah, but that's kind of the goal because you need this initial base of the void giving you something to work with, like a couple of active people, and then you can kick it off. Or this is needed to kick it off. If you have like these feedback circles, then it starts working. But getting there is so hard.
Yep.
The dragon mod, will the dragons just spawn, or is there like some initiation ritual or something?
I think they just spawn.
Oh, this
Not
is
sure
new.
exactly where, but that's easy to check in the definitions, of course. Actually, let me check that. Where this? Okay, source, mobs, fire dragon, ice dragon, and jungle wyvern. So the fire dragon.
Everyone's looking at my failed construction. Considering I've been paid to give classes in school. But yeah, it's just gone. Now I was thinking of having a sort of hidden room, but like with Mesocon, which is the mine test redstone
Redstone.
approach. Then you have like layer detectors, and you can make like funny signals. But so far, it's just yeah. Maybe you can expand on it. I'm not sure.
It does something.
I don't think we don't really have enough slime to make slime blocks or slime pistons, do we?
Not really.
We don't have any slime, I think, do we?
We've got. I saw 3 pieces. I think that's it.
Oh. Yeah, now you have a mission. There's always something to be after. So
I think there was a slime chunk or something that.
Yeah, that's a problem actually, and it's something that I reported some while ago, but it's still something that has to be looked into because the problem with our slime chunks is that they work, but they can only spawn in complete darkness, which is something that shouldn't happen. In slime chunks, they are supposed to spawn even during daylight and whenever you have light levels above 0, but that doesn't happen at the moment due to a bug.
Yeah, we don't have mob spawn right now, right?
That's also true. Hopefully, I'll be able to find something useful about the mob cap because I really suspect it's just iron golems and villagers and
Yeah.
regular animals that fill the mob cap, and that's why we don't get hostiles. That's a fair guess, I would believe.
Alan, you can put anything you want here. This is like an empty space for creativity.
okay, yeah. I'll just leave it as a dump, and maybe it inspire someone.
I just wanted to build a castle to build something.
Yeah, I can remember like the theater play world we used. We actually had a student we paid for that he set up the theater world, or the what do you call it? Kulisse. It's in German, but I'm not sure
What? Yeah.
what's it in. Yeah, but like the scenery and everything.
Yeah.
And
scenery
yeah,
sounds
he
good.
also built a nice castle at least. Yeah, but it was like it had a round shape. It was more like an epic tower. Yeah.
Sounds legit.
Yeah, I still have all of these builds, but I mean, it's been a while ago. Like that was 6 or 7 years ago, and we weren't good with our documentation. But I was thinking if I just load them on a newer version and highlight them a little, or maybe tell about what we did. Then basically, we have screenshots and we have like one video of the main play, but it's it didn't age very well, I'd say. But that might be an idea to give it a another spotlight at some point.
Probably worth it.
Yeah, at least I wouldn't have to think of another exclusive content. There's still plenty I can cover at some point. And yeah, why not? I guess some of the kids that were attending at the workshops, I guess they're adults meanwhile, so could be funny.
Oh,
I mean, you could
so
make
that's
kind of a channel for teachers, right?
Yeah, that might be an idea. Yeah, or at least for educational purposes at some point. But then again, I'm also open to have like main gaming subject or community, whatever. But at least that could be a start. I think that's also one of the yeah, at least something that keeps my drive is like setting up the world or tailoring the mods so that it suits the theme. So that's always fun, and could be inspirational for other people as well, I guess.
I really like that you like that, because this is like an artistic drive. I'm always very bad at that, so I have mad respect for people who are able to do this.
Yeah, but then again, there was also something I was thinking of. Like, I can remember one colleague of mine. We were like in an open youth center, and he just asked if I could tailor a sort of survival world which would focus hardly on teamwork. So, if you would have like a quest structure or whatever that you build up on, that could also be very interesting or engaging also. Like if you have already at the spawn, you have like a sort of storyline you can follow, also driven by quests, and yeah, like you could tell a small story or whatever. That could also be very could be fun to make.
yeah, that would be fun. It gives the players a purpose and a challenge, maybe, which is something that is nice. And it goes beyond the mechanics of the game that the players typically have to learn to do things in the game.
Mm-hmm.
But when you also have to do some kind of quest, that's nice.
We have also been building up on some quest mods, which I found in the content database, but so far I always lost track, and there wasn't something that worked that good for me, at least out of the box. It's always like figuring things out, and but like in Minecraft educational version, you have like very simple overlay where you just drop all your stuff or just type it in and then it's mainly added. And in Luanti, as far as I'm aware, yeah, it's connected to flags where you have sort of passing points. You have a start flag and an end flag, and if someone passes it, then it might trigger a next event or whatever. I definitely need to deep dive into that stuff so I can finally use it.
Yeah, quests can be nice, but also challenging because quests have to be balanced. They have to be fun and they have to be rewarding so that they're worth doing in the first place.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they're just pointless. So it can be complicated
Yeah,
sometimes to make good quests.
Oh
for
yeah.
sure. Maybe beyond the typical fetch and bring quests, but then again, just if I introduce kids to the game, like in a short time environment or whatever, then that's basically what you get because I just want to keep them entertained. Um, So they get. I won't engage them in an epic story if they only have half an hour of time or whatever. So it's more like an exploration tool at that point.
Well, you can actually get some inspiration from the tutorial mod.
Hmm.
There's a mod for Mind Test game, I believe, or for our game. I forgot actually. But there's a tutorial mod made by Wazzy, also a German guy. Uh,
Yeah, no, I'm aware of it. Yeah. Mm.
okay, and that is actually pretty nice because
Mm.
it guides the player for the most part, and in the later parts of the tutorial, or how it's called, you get to move around more freely. But in the beginning, you have to move across a predetermined path and complete things, which is really nice. I really
Mhm.
liked that mod.
Yeah, it's well done. I did like for a customer, I did a sort of derivative. No, how do you call it? Like mm, a simpler version of it, because like it was for a company and they used it for onboarding, and
That's so
Oh, right.
nice.
they needed a quick introduction and they were using it to teach people Scrum. So
Mhm.
yeah, but
Pretty
I
cool, actually.
definitely need to check on the quest mod. That I think that can be very rewarding in the long term, especially if I have to set up stories or themes regularly.
It's so annoying to build stuff without flying.
You can use scaffolding.
What can I use?
Scaffolding. I'm not sure if we have enough bamboo for that, but probably we have some of it. Let me check. Actually, we should have.
Speaking of flying, how does the elytra work?
It's about the same as you would expect it to work in Minecraft.
Yeah, but where do I equip it?
Into your chest slot. But you do need rockets to fly.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yes,
that's the
those are
sad part.
for propulsion, of course. The Elytra is basically a glider, and you have to be mid-air to be able to glide with it. So
Mhm.
you have to jump off a cliff or jump high, high enough, and then you crack open a firework, and it will propel you.
Okay, I see. Like in Minecraft, when I use it,
Yeah,
I thought people only use the rockets for acceleration, but it's also needed for elevation then.
it's for both. I
Mm,
mean,
okay.
you have to. Okay. Doesn't work, I
So,
guess.
but where is the chest slot?
Uh,
Ah, chest, like chest. Okay, I see. I
yeah,
Yes.
see.
where you would put the
Yeah,
armor piece
yeah,
for
yeah.
the chest plate.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I get it.
Yeah, that's where the Elytra. I mean, it would be nice
Oh,
to
okay.
have a
It already
dedicated
works
slot for that.
at low levels. Okay. Oh, I can finally fly, but I won't be able to gain height again. So only with rockets, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's new to me, but anyhow, I'm happy to glide.
Better than
Last
nothing.
time I missed out on it, so I will do it now.
Yeah, depending if you have network issues, it apparently doesn't feel very good. So
Yeah, that just happened right now. It was really weird. I fired up a firework and I
it went nowhere.
almost smashed myself.
Oh.
And then I floated like a butterfly.
Ooh-wee.
it's a little bit strange.
I think the statue I'm building it might just become very ugly. I'm not really sure this is... Yeah. I don't know. Wait, maybe...
Oh.
Oh yeah, when flying, I also have lag.
Yeah.
I could imagine that could also become a problem when we're trying to ice race. Someone suggested it. That might be a fun thing to do.
Well, yes, it's fun, but that is actually less noticeable.
Okay. I can remember we also had one server where we focused on building a sort of theme or action park. So students would think of any fun things you could do, and we had like kart racing and there's also a bike mod, so we also did bike and motorbikes
Nice.
racing and roller coasters, and but when we finally wanted to have the race, it didn't work very well, because like people were sitting in their cars or whatever, and they would just fly around all over the place, because we also had a shitty server, and it wasn't the proper experience, I guess.
Also a learning. But it's
Well,
like, it's so interesting how network can
things
break stuff.
really depend on network availability. Sometimes,
Yeah.
sometimes you have some mods that really stress the network a little bit too much, and that's when you start seeing the cracks, so to speak, in the network performance.
Yep.
This is actually something that I hope that the engine will improve, but at the same time, um, it's also games that have to spam the network less than necessary. But in the case of Elytra, you really rely on the engine's ability to load chunks so that you can move and fly around really fast. Yeah, that's important. And it's the same with any kind of transportation: minecarts, boats on ice. Everything that relies on high speed gets bottlenecks either from the networking side or sometimes from the file input output operations, because you have to load chunks and then the games automatically unloads those that the player leaves behind. So if you have a slow storage device like a hard drive, that's a problem.
Yeah, all of these are hard problems. Wait, did I use the tiles or did I use the bricks? Got it.
So, talking about projects, we wanted to set as a long-term goal to gather 43 million something cobblestone.
Well, did we though?
Well, yes, I was not talking by myself.
Fair enough. I'm just not sure if we really agreed that we wanted to do and finish this.
I mean, it's something that will inevitably happen at some point in time. It's just not something that we are supposed to
Yeah, we
actively
did the
work on it.
math and we realized that it would roughly happen when we're 80 years old. About that time. But honestly, yeah, I really think it's not feasible. What did we say? We achieved
Half? I think we said we
no,
achieved
no, no,
half,
no,
right?
no. We achieved 2 to the power of 4 and we need 2 to the power of 8, which is half in terms of powers, but in absolute numbers, that's like we achieved one. What was that? Way too little. I don't know exactly how many we achieved and how many we would have to achieve.
If we could get a working creeper farm, we could do it.
How? How does it help?
Well, we make a bunch of TNT, and then we have an automatic cobblestone farm.
Right.
Automatic cobblestone farm? How does that work?
So you can create cobblestone by interacting lava and water.
Uh-huh.
So you can basically have a huge amount of lava, a huge amount of water interacting, creating a wall of cobblestone, and you just push it forward using pistons, and then you destroy it using TNT, and then you capture it using hoppers. Does that make sense?
Yep. Because I've seen it in action.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been so fast with the yep, but
I mean, it's a very complicated thing to design, but once you have it working, you can produce probably a couple hundred cobblestone, or a couple thousand cobblestone per minute.
but then they just end up in some chests automatically.
Yeah.
Ah, then it makes sense, I think.
I've just
In fact, you could
Oh,
Yep. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, in fact, you could automatically using a crafter. I think there's crafters in this. You can automatically compress it.
Even that, so you don't have that work, even.
Yeah.
So nothing left to do, it happens automatically. Then we should do that, we should craft builders that automatic. And at some point it's just gonna happen. Let's just build a huge area of these things and then it's gonna happen.
Even if we don't make that, I believe that as long as people play the game, it will just happen. Now, obviously, if enough people play the game, because if only 3 or 4 people actively mine, then it would take a really long amount of time. But
True that,
other
yeah.
than that, it just happens naturally without even noticing when it happens. And wow, we have a double chest filled with baked potatoes. Okay, time to make another double chest.
What?
So, I will go to bed.
Okay.
It's been a great time. Been good hearing everyone, and yeah, have a good time and see you soon.
Good night.
See ya.
Thank you for coming.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah. Bye bye.
Good
Bye.
night, see you
Bye.
soon, bye bye.
I'm also heading
Sick. Going to bed. Thank you guys. Have a good evening.
Okay.
You too.
Good
Nice
night.
game, Johannes.
Bye
See ya.
bye.
Good night.
Oh, we don't have that status mod. I just pressed shift and I noticed that we don't have the player list.
Oh yeah, I still didn't install it into the image. Damn it.
It's a really tiny mod, so no big deal. But I I use the status command to check who else is left on the server. And then I remembered that, oh, wait, I could press shift. And I noticed that we don't have it.
And then it stopped working. I would actually love to build Doomguy, but I think this is just too much for this little amount of space in the castle. Would be a worthy target though. No! Time to clear that temporary floor thing. No. What the fuck? Why are there creepers here? Are
Ooh,
they coming from... What? Already the second creeper that I met? Hmm. Nearly exploded.
was it inside the castle?
Yep, indeed. That fucker. Maybe he came from the cellar.
I don't know. There are plenty of shady places in the castle, so,
True.
and I really mean plenty of them.
And you are right.
So This is not surprising. I just placed some torches.
I should probably also place more torches. Sorry, I'm lazy.
Oh, and also on the top side, there's plenty of spawning places.
Top. Oh,
Yes. I mean, you should probably close all of that area.
by finishing the walls, probably, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's easy to
Yeah.
to
See, that's
fix.
probably where they came from.
Ow.
I am using quite a bit of deep slate for this thing. Whatever it is.
Well, see
Good that
why
we
it
don't
helps
throw
to have a lot
silver
of blocks.
away.
And this is why I love storing a lot of stuff, because whenever I'm in the mood to try something, to experiment with some farm or some statue or whatever, it's just there.
I know flying is lazy, but it's so annoying to build something like this and building, you know.
Wait, you're in creative?
Yeah, well, no, I'm just server admin and I pressed K.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, when you have the privileges, you don't need the creative mode just to fly.
Exactly. But I think both of you should have the privileges too.
nope.
You don't?
Nope.
Slash privs.
I have.
Now you
Oh,
do.
now I do.
You, Nico, you should have alright.
Yes.
Just did it again, just to be sure.
Thank you. It looks like I have the same privileges as before.
Very possibly, yeah, I think you already have them. Is this cheating? Yes. Does it feel right to do it? Yes.
No, it's not cheating. I mean,
Depends on the task at hand, right?
as long as you got all the blocks honestly, you mining them and trading, bartering, whatever. It's just helping yourself move around more easily. That's all.
Indeed, yeah, I'm not pulling stuff out of creative. It's rather just avoiding an annoyance.
Actually, I should check because I guess no one else did so. So let me check where exactly we have. Right, so we have almost 4 stacks of bamboo. This is great. We can actually use scaffolding. I will plant some bamboo outside so that we can harvest. Oh, we have a few, but not so much. So I will plant some more. Oh,
Did someone? I'm just noticing for the first time because I'm flying around. Did someone carve a big hole into this land mass that we're next to? Let me take a screenshot.
I think yes.
I'm not sure which one.
How do I take a screenshot? I don't know.
Well, not with F12, that's for sure. I mean, you can create a screenshot and it will be stored on your computer, but you cannot access it.
Yep.
But I can't see you. Where are you?
I just teleported to him.
I wonder if he'll. I'm going to try to send it through CG.
Just use /TP Paradust 4.
Oh, next to this?
Do you mean that river-like thing?
Yeah, like the ice. It looks like something just took a bite out of the. Something just went right straight through it.
Well, I guess that happened when the stalker blew up. It is quite possible.
No, I mean it's very long.
No, I think that's actually like a river carve,
You think it's just natural formation?
right? This thing here, Nico. I think this is
Oh, you're right. Wait,
what he
it
means.
continues? Yeah, it must be a river.
Looks like a river.
Well, it's a little bit laggy. I can only. Oh, I see a skeleton. Wow. After all this time.
Wait a second. I will go